SYGNA Kris, the very much long-awaited first ever scoutable Master Fair support sync pair. And actually, in my very first look at her, I thought that she was kind of lacking something. I thought that she was underwhelming. But you know what? Is she actually though? In this video, we are going to take an in-depth look at her kit, at her offerings, at her everything, and see if she's actually as good as everyone is thinking she is. So with that said, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment if you're actually scouting for SYGNA Kris over the rest, and subscribe if you haven't. And with that said, let's do this. Here we go. Yo, this is Sol, also known as SPLGum, also known Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, Yaris Team Skull Grunt, and this is Pokemon Masters EX. Guys, in this video, we are going to discuss the first ever scoutable, let's make that clear, scoutable Master Fair support in the game, which is SYGNA Kris. Why? Why scoutable? Because we already have 3 Master Fair supports or Master supports in the game before she came out. And those are Evelyn, Cobalion, and Regirock, or main character in Cobalion and main character in Regirock. But SYGNA Kris is the very first sync pair or Master support sync pair that we can scout. And yeah, that's basically it. And if you're curious about the others, well, an overall analysis can be checked out in my June sync pairs who to scout for video where I briefly discuss each one, or if you'd prefer individual analysis, I've already finished Ethan's, LYRA's, and BEDE's analysis. So actually, this SYGNA Kris is the last one I'm doing because supports are honestly much harder to talk about than strikers or tech sync pairs because the comparisons are slightly different. So check them out if you wish to. But as for the schedule, SYGNA Kris is the 3rd sync pair that is coming out in this update. First off is SYGNA Ethan, who just came out a couple of days ago, 2 days ago if you're watching this in my premiere. Later, we will be having the release of SYGNA LYRA. Good luck to everyone who's scouting. And then Kris comes out 2 days after LYRA. And I think, I'm not sure, I forgot, I think it was June 6 or was it June 10, where you can 6-star EX the normal Kris and the normal LYRA. And then on June 16, we have BEDE and HATTERENE coming out as a tech Pokefair sync pair. June 20, we have a couple of Pokefair reruns. So that's the overall schedule. And let's move on to SYGNA Kris's kit right now. What a beautiful and grand Pokemon. Now, if you actually see this background, it actually looks very, very similar to the normal Kris's background. So you might actually confuse the both because it's not a huge change like SYGNA Ethan. There's a whirlpool, tornado, something in between. This one is pretty similar looking except for a tinge, a darker tinge of blue as well as those lines at the top. But overall, it looks really similar to the normal Kris's background. So if you see this, congratulations, you got SYGNA Kris. Now, she has 2 different moves, but her main attacking move is Brine. So Brine is a low attack move, low damaging move, but it doubles in damage if the opponent has less than half HP. You have Rain Dance, which makes the weather rainy. You can use this twice, 2 move gauge. And then you got Mini Potion All, which can heal everyone by 20%. If you got the Master Healer, she got 2 Master Healer tiles on her grid. 1 at 2 out of 5, 1 at 3 out of 5. You can heal up to 40% HP for everyone. Same as the normal potion recovery. And then she got the trainer move Spring of Knowledge, which raises everyone's special attack +2, raises everyone's critical hit rate +1, and then gives everyone a special moves up next one stat rank or 1 stack when the weather is rainy. She got Crystal Clear Serve as the sync move, and this is no multiplier thing because she's a support. But she got the Master passive skill. As you might know, Master sync pairs have a Master passive skill. This one is Johto Flag Bearer. And this one powers up both physical and special attacks for everyone in your team. And the more Johto sync pairs you have, the higher the power up of your physical and special attacks to a maximum of 30%. And your defenses, when you receive normal attacks from your opponents, not sync moves, but normal attacks, you can get a maximum reduction of 26%. And what else? She got Sync Burst 1 as a passive skill. This is basically after using your first sync move, you get to recover 1 MP back for each one of her moves that has MP. 1 MP back. So what you want to do is probably use Spring of Knowledge as well as Mini Potion all once, before you use your first sync move with SYGNA KRIS, so that you get Sync Burst, you know, you got your MP for Mini Potion all back, no, not just Mini Potion all and Spring of Knowledge, but Rain Dance, Mini Potion all, and Spring of Knowledge. Probably the way I would use her is use Rain Dance first. Make it rainy. Spring of Knowledge, you raise everyone's special attack +2, raise everyone's critical hit rate +1, and because it's raining, you get a special moves up next. And then, before using your sync move, make sure you use Mini Potion all to recover everyone's HP. Then use your sync move, get all 3 MP back, or get 1 MP for all her moves back. So yeah, that's how I would probably use her. And then you got Team Mind Bracing Infliction 4. The first time you use a status move, and that is Rain Dance. The first time you use Rain Dance using SYGNA KRIS, you get to raise everyone's special defense +4, which is good. And then you got First Aid 4. When you're low on health, you get to recover 40% HP back. Let me pause here and turn on my lights again. Much better. Alright, now, as a sync pair with no vigilance on her grid, I would highly recommend giving her vigilance, you know, because support sync pair, you want to give vigilance so that they will not be hit by critical hits. Now, for the sync grid at 1 out of 5, you get Flame Proof and Unflappable. At 2 out of 5, you get the Mini Potion All Master Healer 1. And then Spring of Knowledge MP Refresh 2, so that you can raise your critical hit rate +1 again and special attack +2. But then you don't actually need this, because you can get 1 MP back using Sync Burst. So you do not need Spring of Knowledge MP2. I would highly recommend getting Staggering 2 on her though. Staggering 2, basically your attacks are gonna have a 30% chance of making the opponent flinch. So get that, and make her a pseudo tech sync pair by allowing her to flinch the opponent when she uses Brine. 30% chance of flinching the opponent. And then there's also Team Swift Reaction 4, that when she gets hit by a normal attack, she has a 50% chance of raising everyone's speed stat +1. Now, her defense stats, 248, 273, treat this as probably increase that by a little percentage because of her master passive Johto Flag Bearer. So she is a little bit more defensive than 248 and 273. But again, this only applies to the normal attacks of the opponent and not the sync moves. But then Team Swift Reaction 4 only applies to the normal attacks as well, in not sync moves. And then you also got Racing Rain and Refreshing Rain at 2 out of 5, which when it's rainy, if you move or if you take action, you get to recover a little bit of health. So those are those. At 3 out of 5, you get Brine Team Stoic 4, which is also highly recommended so that you get to raise everyone's defense stat. 50% chance of raising everyone's defense stat whenever you use Brine. So if you're lucky, And this triggers like all the time within 6 turns, within 6 brines, you get to maximize everyone's defense stat. You get another Mini Potion All Master Healer 1. You got an MP Refresh 3 for Mini Potion All at 3 out of 5. But then again, you already get a 1 free MP Refresh with Sync Burst 1. And then you got Catalyzing Inflection for Rain Dance, which speeds up the move gauge when you use it. And then you got an MP Refresh 2 for Rain Dance, which again I said that you can already bring back 1 MP for that. And Spring of Knowledge Barricade Buddies 1. As you might know, her trainer move, or rather her Mind Bracing Inflection 4 passive skill, the only when you use a status move for the first time, which is when you use Rain Dance for the very first time, you get to raise everyone's special defense plus 4. And that's the only way you can raise everyone's special defense, unless you get Barricade Buddies 1 at 3 out of 5, which every single time you use Spring of Knowledge, you get to raise everyone's special defense plus 1. So by getting this, you can maximize everyone's special defense stat, which honestly, when I was looking at this, when her kit for the very first time, I missed that. I missed that important bit, and I think that bit is quite a little, well, not really a game changer, but that changes a little bit of my opinion on her, because I thought that she cannot maximize everyone's special defense. I thought it was only plus 4, and I thought that it was only Brine Team Stoic for 50% chance of raising everyone's defense. But now, we can actually maximize everyone's special defense, which I think is much better than nothing. And then you got Team Limited Special Boost 2. If you get this, you have a 30% chance of raising or giving everyone 1 stack of special moves up next whenever you use a move that has MP. So that's Rain Dance, that's Mini Potion All, and that's her trainer move, Spring of Knowledge. You have a lot of chances raising this. You have 6 MP for each one, plus Sync Burst another 3 times. That's excluding you get MP refreshes for anything. And every single time you use any of her moves that has MP, you have a 30% chance of giving everyone a special moves up next effect. And every single stack of special moves up next raises their special attack damage by 40%. 40%. And yeah, that's a nice multiplier to have for everyone that uses special attacks. And then there's Team Sync Think 9 as well. When you use a sync move for the very first time, well, if you have her 6-star EX, not only do you get a double sync buff, but by this, you also get a special moves up next for everyone. So take note that this only works once, first sync move, but that's about it. That's about it. And her kit is quite interesting now that I've seen that. And as you might know, you cannot get everything in a sync grid. And now, let's talk serious topics, because this is kind of sus. Let me just close this, and there you go, guys. At 1 out of 5, you are free to get everything. No problem. 1 out of 5, no problem. The problem starts when you move on to 2 and 3 out of 5. 2 out of 5, I would personally and highly suggest you to get a staggering build, because that opens up a lot of possibilities for SYGNA KRIS. And then you got Team Swift Reaction 4, which whenever you get hit, everyone has a 50% chance of raising the speed stat by 1. I also got Brine, Move Gauge Refresh 3, so that she can keep on attacking the opponents using Brine. And as you might know, Brine, 30% chance of flinching the opponent. So that's how I would build her. I got a Mini Potion All Master Healer 1 at the bottom left, as well as the Locked Step 9. What this does is that it fills up your move gauge. Full move gauge. You got Racing Rain 1 and Refreshing Rain 1 at the bottom left or bottom right part of the screen, which is impossible to get with the expensive kit that she has. So I could not get that, and the problem gets even worse at 3 out of 5, where, well, just look at this kit, guys. I got Brine Team Stoic 4, I got Team Swift Reaction, I got Staggering 2, I got Brine Move Gauge Refresh 3, I got Brine Power Plus 4, blah blah blah. I got a Mini Potion. Why is Mini Potion all empty refresh? Let me remove this, guys. I think that was a mistake. We can probably give Barricade Buddies one over here. And yeah, the problem is kind of a little bit more difficult here because I cannot get Rain Dance, MP Refresh, or any Potion Master Healer tiles by getting the top tiles, the Staggering tile, the Team Swift Reaction, the Trainer Move Barricade Buddies one, so that I can maximize everyone's special defense, Team Stoic 4 to maximize everyone's defense stats. Well, very limited in terms of choices here. And another thing that I have thought of is this. In this one, I think I tried to go for a Team Limited Special Boost 2 over here. So instead of getting Team Swift Reaction, I went for Team Limited Special Boost so that I have a 30% chance of increasing everyone's special moves up next effect. And yeah, probably you can find some way, probably if we do not get these, probably we can go for Potion instead. Yeah, probably something like this. But very expensive sync grid, as you can see over here. You have very limited choices. You can only go for one or the other. So I know a lot of other sync pairs have this problem, especially supports, but it would be awesome to be able to get this plus this, Team Limited Special Boost, plus Barricade Buddies, plus Team Stoic, plus a Potion Master Healer at least, or Mini Potion All Master Healer. But unfortunately, we're so limited in terms of options, and that's that. So those are, again, no right or wrong. Play with your sync grid, play with everything, but limited options, at least for me. It's either you do this or you do that. Very straightforward though in terms of the limited options. So you should not really have a huge problem choosing between different types of grids. But now that we have discussed that, guys, let us go back to discussing each one and comparing their stats, which, as you can see over here, SYGNA KRIS has the highest defense and special defense. Well, because she's the support. She's the support sync pair. As of HP, she has the second highest HP stat. And as for speed, not really that bad, 294. Considering Brine is only a 2-move gauge attack, no problem at all. And in terms of the multipliers, as you can see over here, she does not exactly have any sync move multipliers. But as a support sync pair, she has some attack move multipliers, which special moves up next effect. You can give this at 3 out of 5 by giving the limited boost, special boost, something something. If you use a move that has MP, you have a 30% chance of giving everyone a special moves up next. Or by getting the sync think or something like that, you can give everyone a special moves up next stack by using your sync move for the very first time. Also, as a master sync pair, you got a flag or you got a master passive, and her master passive is Johto Flag Bearer, which will power up both physical and special attacks, as well as reduce damage from the opponent's physical and special attack stats, but not for sync moves. And this can stack with the other master passives. So if you have more Johto sync pairs in your team, if you have SYGNA KRIS, SYGNA LYRA, and SYGNA Ethan in your team, this will be amazing. And why is this? don't we have one? Oh no, my camera is sussing out again. Let me fix that, guys. We have another trio actually, with Flag Bearer, with Pride, and with Spirit, and that is for Hoenn. For Hoenn, Archie, Maxie, and Anniversary Steven. But that does not work. Why doesn't it work? Maxie relies on Sun. Archie relies on Rain. Steven, or Anniversary Steven, relies on clear weather. The three of them clash. The three of them clash. This one, the three of them help each other out. And that's what makes things good. Also, one more thing is that the Hoenn trio, Archie and Maxie, are strikers. Well, three of them are all strikers. So it does not exactly work as well as you probably should envision they to work. But this one, they help each other out. And it just makes you, any battle, any Johto battle, three of them work quite well. So, with that out of the way, let me show the numbers. As you can see over here, sync move damage or sync nuke, lowest, as you might see, support sync pair. But then these numbers are excluding the stacks of multipliers. As you might know, Kris can give everyone, including herself, special moves up next. And special move up next raises the attack damage by 40%. So this does not include any of those computations, so keep that in mind. So SYGNA Suit Kris might be able to land stronger damage than this. Now we have discussed already BEDE. I was trying to convince you guys to scout for BEDE because you guys are probably gonna focus on these three, but BEDE is not bad at all. And now guys, for the comparisons. Now this was very hard to think of. I had to really decide who I want to compare her with. So hit the thumbs up because it took a little bit of my sanity in order to think about those things. And let me know if, again, in the comment section, is Kris your main priority in scouting for the Johto trio? Or is it Lyra? Or is it Ethan? Or is it Kris? Or maybe BEDE? Let me know. And let me know what aspect of SYGNA Suit Kris interests you the most. Your favorite part of SYGNA Suit Kris that makes you want to scout for her. And like usual, I will pin the most fascinating comment so that you will get a lot of thumbs ups with your comment and stuff like that. But let's remove those now and let's compare. Okay, I decided to compare SYGNA Suit Kris with the latest 4 supports that we had because the latest 4 supports are actually very good. And these are the 4 supports that we had recently. We have SYGNA Suit Kris, we have SYGNA Suit Morty, we have SYGNA Suit Dawn, we have Aaron, and we have Cosplay Lily. Just a little bit before Cosplay Lily, I think we had no, actually, I think it was Palentine's Bay before Cosplay Lily or someone else. But then, these 5 actually are good comparisons, in my opinion. Because each one raises an important stat and everyone can raise everyone's critical hit rate. Everyone can raise special defense. Everyone can raise, well, everyone can raise special defense. Cosplay Lily, I don't think, can raise defense stat. But that, I think those are nice comparisons, guys. SYGNA Suit Kris has the highest HP out of the bunch. And she has the highest special attack out of the bunch. SYGNA Suit Morty does not use any special attack, as well as Aaron. They both use physical attacks. And then SYGNA Suit Morty has the highest defense and special defense. SYGNA Suit Morty, though, has the lowest speed stat. SYGNA Suit Dawn has the highest speed stat. Attack stat, Cosplay Lily has the highest but the lowest special attack stat, which I think she uses both. Yeah, she uses both physical and special attack stat. And Cosplay Lily has the lowest HP stat. And if we look at the in-depth comparison now, as you can see over here, as for supports, I need to bring in the stat buffs, which the stats they can raise up. So, SYGNA Kris can raise everyone's special attack +2 and crit +1, and as you might know, you can bring this back and you can maximize everyone's special attack and crit stat because of Sync Burst 1. So you can maximize that. You got a trainer move MP refresh, which is not exactly that important because you already got Sync Burst, which can bring back that MP. You got a team, or rather trainer move Barricade Buddies 1, so that you can raise everyone's special defense +1 every single time you use her trainer move. You got Team Swift Reaction for... wait. I don't think that's 2 out of 5. I think that is built into to her kit, so slash out the 2 out of 5. This is basically... oh wait, never mind guys, never mind. That is correct. I forgot to include something here. So just... you know what? Pause. Fixed! I also found some errors with SYGNA Morty. I also fixed that as well. So, SYGNA Kris, whenever or for the first time when you use Rain Dance, you can raise her special defense, or everyone's special defense, +4 because of Team Mind Bracing Infliction 4. You can raise that to +6 for everyone by giving trainer move Barricade Buddies 1 at 3 out of 5, which gives you 1 stack or +1 special defense when you use her trainer move. And then you can raise everyone's defense stats 50% chance by using Brine with Team Stoic 4 at 3 out of 5 as well. And then one last thing, which is Team Swift Reaction 4, allows you to have a 50% chance of raising everyone's speed stat +1 whenever you get hit by a normal attack. So that's SYGNA Kris. So what you can do is maximize everyone's crit, maximize everyone's special attack, maximize everyone's special defense, maximize everyone's defense stat, as well as maximize everyone's speed stat. But it will take a couple of hits to you and a couple of luck hitting the opponent with Brine. So that's how you use SYGNA Kris. So a lot of stats at work: special attack, crit, special defense, and speed. 5 different stats for SYGNA Kris. Not to mention, special moves up next, you can give that to everyone. SYGNA Morty, on the other hand, Group Afflictor's Advantage 1. When you use Sunny Day for the very first time, you get to raise 5 stats: attack, special attack, defense, special defense, speed. And you can raise another one of these 5 stats by using his sync move for the first time, using Team Gimme 5 at 3 out of 5. Now, if you got Sunny Day Team Body Bracing Infliction, as well as Sunny Day Team Mind Bracing Infliction, you can raise everyone's special defense and defense stats by 2 at the very first time you use Sunny Day. And if you do not want to get these, you can just use his trainer move and hope for MP refresh using his trainer move. You can raise everyone's defense +1, special defense +1, and speed stat +1. And if it's Sunny, you can raise everyone's crit +1. So not bad. You're raising a lot of stats, but the highest stats or highest attack plus special attack stat you can give everyone is just +2 because of Team Gimme 5 1, as well as Group Afflictor's Advantage 1. You can only raise everyone's attack and special attack maximum to +2 by using him. SYGNA Dawn, on the other hand, is basically when you use her trainer move, you get to raise everyone's defense +2, that's special defense +2, not +4, as well as crit +2. You can use this twice, and then you got an MP refresh at 2 out of 5, and then if you got all ramp up 1 at 3 out of 5, you get to raise everyone's special attack +1 as well by using her trainer move. SYGNA Suit Dawn's interesting, and that means she brings the sync move countdown very quickly when she is low on health, and by using Moonlight when her HP is below half, you get to give everyone special moves up next. Again, that special defense is +2, not +4, so just keep that in mind. I don't want to keep changing the slide anymore. Aaron, on the other hand, Defend Order can raise everyone's defense and special defense +1. Defend Order is unlimited usage. So if the opponent decides to debuff you and you're out of MP, he can mitigate the MP problem because you do not need MP for Defend Order. His trainer move can raise everyone's crit +1 as well as attack stat +1, and you can get that MP refresh back at 2 out of 5. And then there's Precision Pulse at 3 out of 5, which can raise everyone's accuracy stat when you use his trainer move. And Team Full Bracing Infliction 1. I think this is for Heal Order. When you use Heal Order, you can give everyone... I forgot, let me... can raise both physical defense and special defense. I forgot if this was for Defend Order or Heal Order, but it's somewhere in there. And then, Cosplay Lily on the other hand, over here. Focus Group 9, every single time you attack an opponent, you get to raise everyone's critical hit rate. Her trainer move can raise everyone's special attack stat +2. You can use this twice. MP refresh on 2 out of 5. All ramp up 1 raises the special attack to an extra +1. Critical Squad 1 is so overkill, you do not need this. And then there's X special defense all. Either you get the MP refresh or the barricade buddies to raise an additional stack of special defense. Now again, all these sync pairs have their quirks. Like SYGNA Suit Dawn, her quirk is that she can lower the sync move countdown much faster. Aaron, non-stop defending, increasing your defense because no MP. Cosplay Lily, whenever she gets hit, you get to recover HP because of Team Triage Tank 9. I think she also got a Team Fist Bump something, so that when you attack the opponent, you have a chance of recovering everyone's HP. SYGNA Suit Morty, when it's sunny, everyone recovers HP because of Team Sunbathe 9. And he got self-sunbathe as well. Sunbathe, I forgot what. So, yeah, everyone got their own gimmick. What about SYGNA Suit Kris? Well, SYGNA Suit Kris. Yeah, special moves up next. Probably she is because she's a Master Fair. She got the multipliers. I think it's that. But that aside, in terms of gimmicks, in terms of nice things, she's pretty lacking in terms of that aspect. Guys, SYGNA Suit Kris got mad. We had a blackout right after I said that she's lacking in the aspect of gimmicks. And it took around 5 minutes before the electricity came back. So I'm back! Gladly, I do not have to re-record everything because I'm tired recording everything. So, speaking of which, if you're looking for something fun in a support sync pair, you know, something new, something fun, you will not be able to find that much in SYGNA Suit Kris. She's just a good support that can raise everyone's defenses, that can raise everyone's special defenses, that can raise everyone's speed stat, that can raise everyone's special attack stat. She cannot raise physical attack stat, mind you guys. So probably not pair him up or her up with anything that requires a physical attack stat. Well, except for SYGNA Suit LYRA probably, because SYGNA Suit LYRA can raise her own physical attack stat using her trainer move. If you decide to give the trainer move Voice of the Forest to her, that is. But that aside, very solid sync pair who can maximize everyone's special attack, crit, special defense, and speed stat. The others have their own gimmicks. SYGNA Kris can recover by using First Aid 4 as well as a mini potion all. But that's about the recovery you can do. SYGNA Morty can recover a lot of ways. Cosplay Lily can recover a lot of ways. Aaron can recover only once. SYGNA Dawn can recover by using Moonlight, and can recover everyone else by using her Sig move with synchro, kind of like a synchro healing that does not apply to herself. Sorry. So yeah, it's very hard to not recommend SYGNA Kris, as well as it's very hard to recommend her at the same time. Because what I'm looking for, what I want, the game has been giving us so many OP supports with fun mechanics. And SYGNA Kris just lacks these mechanics, but she's a very solid support. So, you know, I would rather also get a sync pair that can, you know, raise everyone's attack stat. Because, like, for example, SYGNA Blue, my phone is ringing non-stop. SYGNA Blue can raise practically every single stat. And SYGNA Kris cannot raise physical attack stat. Springberg can raise, I think, every single stat as well except speed stat. But he can manage the sync, the move gauge, acceleration, and all. SYGNA Kris cannot raise attack stat. So, in terms of being the ultimate support, the best support in the game, I do not agree with that. Because special support, probably. Special defensive support, maybe. I mean, her defenses aren't as good as SYGNA Morty as well. Her defense stats aren't that high. Although Johto Flag Bearer helps with that. But then, this does not apply to the sync moves. So if the opponent uses a sync move on you, well, you receive normal damage, but then her HP is pretty high as well. She can recover everyone, and that's good. So, what do you think, guys? What do you think? But before I end, you know, I made another comparison, and this one is just comparing the master supports that we have right now, because I think that it's only fair that I do another comparison, this time with the free supports that we have. And as you can see over here, Evelyn, instantly with her use of her trainer move, increases everyone's defense and special defense. She gets an MP refresh at 3 out of 5, and if you give Team Pinpoint N3, you can have +1 accuracy at the start of the battle. She got an attack multiplier, Dirty Fighting 2, if the opponent is burned or poisoned or something, her attacks get stronger. And then the more fire type sync pairs you have in your team, the stronger she becomes, as well as your other sync pairs. Cobalion, on the other hand, you got Dare Hit All Plus, something that Evelyn is missing, critical hit support. You got an MP refresh 3 at 3 out of 5. Trainer move, you get to raise everyone's defenses, and I think a move gauge acceleration. You get an MP refresh 3 at 3 out of 5. You get Shielded 1. If you decide not to go for the MP refresh, you can go for Shielded 1 +3 defense instead of +2. And every single time you attack an opponent, you have a 50% chance of increasing everyone's speed stat. This is the opposite of Team Swift Reaction, where you receive damage to raise everyone's speed stat. This one is you damage the opponent and you get to have a 50% chance of raising your speed or everyone's speed stat. And now for Regirock, on the other hand, over here, you got X Attack All, which raises everyone's attack stat. And then you got his trainer move. I think it's Ready to Rock. You can raise defense +2 twice, but it only hits a single ally. So this is not affecting all allies. This is just single. But you get an MP refresh, and this one also recovers, I think, 40% HP. It works kind of like a potion. And speaking of healing, these are what they are capable of in terms of healing capabilities. Okay, Just remove the stat buffs. They're all healing capabilities. And you got Mini Potion All for SYGNA Suit Kris with a Master Healer at 2 out of 5 and at 3 out of 5. You got an MP Refresh 3 at 2 out of 5, First Aid 4 built into her passives, as well as Refreshing Rain recovers a little bit of HP when it is raining. Meanwhile, Evelyn, she got X Regen All, which gives everyone a regen effect. An MP Refresh 3 at 3 out of 5. You also get First Aid 4, and then Synchro Healing 1. Something that I was actually very much looking for with SYGNA Suit Kris. In fact, Evelyn, Cobalion, and Regirock all have Synchro Healing 1. That, whenever you use a sync move using Evelyn, Cobalion, or Regirock, everyone recovers 20% HP. Something that SYGNA Suit Kris does not have. She only has Mini Potion All, MP Refresh, as well as Master Healers. And if you actually check my grids earlier, if you fast forwarded then rewind, you will see that none of my personal grids will get the Mini Potion All MP Refresh. So I was hoping, honestly hoping, that she has some form of Synchro Healing, because that's a good thing. And then Team Fist Bumps 3 for Evelyn. When you hit an opponent, you have a 40% chance of recovering everyone's HP. Cobalion, on the other hand, Healthy Healing, 3 out of 5, has a regen effect for himself, as well as a First Aid 4 built into his kit. Speaking of which, it's about time probably for me to pick my second VP sync pair as well as third. I'm gonna save the third one. And for Regirock, you got the Trainer Move Master Healer 1 as well as Master Healer 1, with the Trainer Move being able to recover 40% HP, which can raise to 60%. And that's that. In terms of healing, SYGNA Suit Kris is lacking what I feel is vital, is very important right now in terms of support sync pairs, and that is any form of synchro healing. Because a lot of sync pairs have this one or some other better healing capabilities, and SYGNA Suit Kris is stuck with Mini Potion All. I mean, if it was Potion All and not Mini Potion All, without requiring you to get the Master Healer 1 tiles, which are super expensive, my opinion on SYGNA Suit Kris will increase much higher. But I think Mini Potion All just lets her down, and without the Synchro Healing capability, just lets her down. But, as I said earlier as well, you got a free MP Refresh with 1 Sync Burst when you use your Sync move for the very first time. So probably it can work that way. You use Mini Potion All, then you use a Sync move, and then you have 2 more Mini Potion Alls. Maybe this way you are not forced to use your support sync pair for the sync move and are encouraged to use any other sync pair, your main attackers, for the sync move as well, because you know, sometimes you're just forced to use your support sync pair to use their sync move to recover health. Maybe that's also a case. What do you guys think? Do you feel that SYGNA Suit Kris is great and amazing? Or do you feel that something's missing with SYGNA Suit Kris and she deserves, or you'd appreciate, an upgrade? I am stuck in the middle and I cannot decide properly. But when you use her in Battle Villa, remember that you always have 1 free Rain Dance as well as 1 free Mini Potion All in Battle Villa. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So Battle Villa Ultimate Support probably can belong to her, because the moment you use Rain Dance, every single one of your sync pairs gets their special defense raise +4, and then you have every single time you use a trainer move, you get to raise everyone's crit, right? Right? Yes! So, ultimate Battle Villa support? Probably. I mean, she can probably do what Sycamore cannot do. Because Sycamore, well, you use a sync move, it does not do damage. It maximizes everyone's special attack, special defense, and speed. But then, you're wasting one sync move because Sycamore is not yet 6-star EX'd. And if you 6-star EX Cygnus with Kris, you get a double sync buff immediately. And yeah, I guess I've said everything I've said about her. So why do you want to scout her? Number 1, Master Fair support. First ever. Number 2, she's not that bad. Although I said some good and some not so good things about her kit, overall, she's a very solid sync pair. Just with less gimmicks and more, you know, the saying that actions speak louder than words probably belongs to Cygnus with Kris. Number 3, Master Fair, 12% chance of getting a 5-star, random 5-star. And the first 5 presents, the first 5 multiples, you get presents. And yeah, Kris is finally getting some love after so long, like Ethan. And why do you want to not scout for her? Well, 1% chance of getting her. Number 2 is because, well, depending on your standpoint on her, she does not have pretty much anything new to offer. Anything to offer, yes, but anything new to offer, not so much. What else? You're probably... Well, Cygnus with Kris, I feel, is the least important out of the 3 of them. I think Ethan is slightly better than Cygnus with Kris, but LYRA definitely is the best out of the bunch with that 100% flinch. So LYRA is the top, and then the second one depends on you and what you need. And yeah, I think that's enough for my things to say about her. Why are you gonna summon and why are you not gonna summon? And who is your priority out of the bunch? And one more thing, do you already have all 3 Master Fairs or Master Supports for the BP? Or are you saving your Master BP Scout ticket or something like that? But that out of the way, you should follow your favorites and not the meta. Because maybe, just maybe, since I said that there's nothing quite new about her kit, maybe in the 3rd year anniversary, since they've finally given us 1 support Master Fair, maybe they'll come up with a better Cygnus with Blue, much better than this one. Who knows? Who knows? And speaking of which, it's also water support. Cygnus with Blue is a water support. What if we get another type? Interesting. Interesting. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That's the last that's the last Master Fair out of the bunch, followed by BEDE. And if you enjoyed my efforts, I think this video is a little bit longer than my other videos because I keep getting interrupted and there's a really noisy basketball game outside that's just distracting my thoughts. And so I was just trying to concentrate on speaking, and then there's the blackout that happened and so on and so forth. But if you do appreciate the content, the longer content, the detailed stuff, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Just one simple gesture helps with the YouTube algorithm, as well as, again, answer my question in the comment section, as well as probably subscribe if you haven't, and become a member of this channel because I have already made special emojis for all 3 of the Master Fairs. We have been playing with them in chat, and it would be awesome to play with you two in chat, with spamming these 3 people in the live chat. And again, last of the bunch, check out my How Many Gems We Can Get if you haven't seen it yet. It will give you an idea of how much to balance your gems and stuff like that. But with that said, I'm done. This is Sol, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt, the artist team's called Grunt. And again, become a member of this channel. And now that I have to open my members list again because there's a blackout and I haven't gotten your order still memorized. But thank you everyone, especially my 1-year members, almost 2-year members, Alcin Shadowfill. Thank you Arian, thank you Cindy the Sin Race Gamer, thank you Roy, Sas Mustango, Luca, Jeremy, Arima, Sasri, Ambrian, Marcella, Lance Nice, and Ewiz. Thank you so much for the support. And I will see you in the next video. Actually, see you in my scout. Hopefully, we can get extremely lucky again. And if you want me to react to your scouts, link them in the community tab. See you. Run.